Have you ever wondered why some seniors seem happy and at peace while others feel constantly stressed at home? The answer often lies in who they live with. As we get older, our home should be a place of comfort, peace, and security. But for many people over 60, the wrong living arrangements can turn home life into a daily struggle, filled with stress, frustration, and even regret. Whether it's dealing with constant negativity, feeling unappreciated, or struggling with someone else's bad habits, who you share your space with can greatly impact your happiness and well-being. That's why in today's video, I'm going to reveal 4 types of people you should avoid living with after 60 to protect your health, happiness, and independence. If you want to enjoy your golden years stress-free, make sure to stick around until the end. 1. The constantly negative person. Negativity is contagious, and when you're over 60, the last thing you need is to be surrounded by someone who constantly complains, criticizes, or focuses on the worst in every situation. Living with a negative person can drain your energy, dampen your mood, and even impact your physical health over time. Studies have shown that constant exposure to negativity can increase stress, weaken the immune system, and contribute to feelings of anxiety or depression. Instead of enjoying your golden years, you may find yourself emotionally exhausted just trying to keep the peace. Imagine this. A retired woman moves in with her old friend, thinking it will be a wonderful way to keep each other company. But soon, she realizes that every conversation turns into a list of complaints about the weather, about people, about the state of the world. No matter what she does, her friend finds a reason to be unhappy. At first, she tries to be supportive, but over time, the negativity starts affecting her own mindset. She finds herself dreading conversations, feeling irritable, and even losing sleep over things she never worried about before. The problem with negativity is that it doesn't just stay with the person expressing it, it spreads. You might start off as someone who looks for the bright side of things, but after months or years of living with a pessimist, you may start adopting that same mindset without even realizing it. And unfortunately, once negativity becomes a habit, it's hard to break. Instead of feeling relaxed and at peace in your own home, you'll constantly be on edge, bracing yourself for the next complaint or argument. The truth is, after 60, you shouldn't have to waste your precious years absorbing someone else's negativity. You've spent decades working, raising a family, and overcoming life's challenges. Now is the time to enjoy life, not be weighed down by someone else's bitterness. Choosing to live in a positive, uplifting environment isn't just about comfort. It's about protecting your mental and emotional health. So, if you find yourself living with someone whose negativity is taking a toll on your well-being, it's time to set boundaries. You deserve to be around people who bring joy, laughter, and encouragement into your life. At this stage in life, peace is priceless. Don't let anyone take it away from you. 2. The overly dependent family member. As you get older, your focus should be on enjoying your retirement and living a peaceful life, not taking on new burdens. But for many seniors, this becomes difficult when they live with a family member who depends on them financially, emotionally, or even physically. Whether it's an adult child who refuses to take responsibility for their life or a relative who constantly leans on you for support, this type of living arrangement can quickly turn into exhaustion and resentment. Take, for example, a retired mother who planned to finally relax and enjoy her golden years. However, her unemployed son moves back in, promising it's just temporary. Weeks turn into months, then years. He makes no effort to find a stable job, relying on her to pay the bills, buy food, and cover his expenses. At first, she feels obligated to help. After all, she's his mother. But over time, she realizes that her own retirement savings are disappearing. Her stress levels are rising, and she's constantly sacrificing her own needs just to support someone who isn't taking responsibility. The problem with overly dependent family members is that the longer you support them, the less likely they are to change. They become comfortable, while you become drained. You may feel guilty for setting boundaries, but the hard truth is, if they are capable of taking care of themselves and simply refuse to, then they are choosing to put that burden on you. And at this stage in life, that's a weight you shouldn't have to carry. You've already spent decades caring for others, raising children, working hard, and making sacrifices. Now is the time to prioritize yourself. Your retirement should be about peace, relaxation, and financial stability, not stretching your savings thin to support someone who refuses to stand on their own feet. If you continue putting others first at the cost of your own well-being, you may find yourself struggling in the very years that were supposed to bring you the most freedom. So, if you're living with an overly dependent family member, it's time to have an honest conversation. Set clear boundaries, encourage them to take responsibility. And remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's necessary. You deserve to enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. 3. The disrespectful or controlling person. One of the greatest joys of growing older is the freedom to live life on your own terms, to make your own choices, set your own routines, and enjoy the independence you've earned. But if you're living with someone who disrespects you or tries to control your decisions, that sense of freedom can quickly disappear. No one, at any age, deserves to feel like a burden in their own home. If the person you live with constantly criticizes you, dismisses your opinions, or makes you feel small, it can take a serious toll on your emotional well-being. Imagine this. A senior moves in with a younger relative, expecting a supportive and respectful living environment. But instead, they are constantly told what to do, what to eat, when to go to bed, and even how to spend their own money. Whenever they express an opinion, it's brushed aside. If they want to do something independently, they're met with resistance, as if they aren't capable of making their own choices. Over time, they start feeling trapped, as if their own home is no longer their own. This type of environment is not just frustrating, it's harmful. The more someone tries to control you or treat you as a burden, the more it can impact your confidence, self-esteem, and overall happiness. Many seniors in this situation find themselves withdrawing, losing their voice, and even second-guessing their own decisions. But here's the truth. You are not a child, and you don't need to be managed. You have lived a full life, made your own decisions for decades, and deserve to continue doing so without interference. Your home should be a place of respect and dignity, not control and criticism. No matter your age, you deserve to be surrounded by people who uplift you, listen to you, and treat you with kindness. If someone is making you feel powerless in your own home, it's time to stand your ground and demand the respect you deserve. If you're currently in a situation where someone is trying to dictate your life, don't stay silent. Set firm boundaries. Remind them that you are still in control of your own life. And, if necessary, consider changing your living situation. At this stage in life, your happiness and independence should come first. Never let anyone take that away from you. 4. The chaotic and messy individual. As you age, your home should be a place of peace, comfort, and stability. But when you live with someone who is constantly messy, disorganized, or loud, that sense of peace can disappear. A chaotic environment doesn't just create frustration. It can actually increase stress levels, disrupt sleep, and even pose health risks. For seniors, cluttered spaces can become dangerous, increasing the risk of falls, while excessive noise or disorganization can lead to anxiety, frustration, and mental fatigue. Imagine this. A senior moves in with a younger family member, expecting a quiet and comfortable place to live. But instead, they find themselves surrounded by loud music, piles of clutter, and an endless stream of guests coming and going. The kitchen is a mess, the laundry is never done, and simple daily tasks, like finding a clean plate or getting a good night's sleep, become frustrating. Over time, the stress builds up, making them feel overwhelmed and uncomfortable in their own home. The problem with living in chaos is that it can affect more than just your mood. It can impact your health. Cluttered spaces can increase stress hormones, while excessive noise can lead to poor sleep, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline over time. If you're constantly feeling on edge, struggling to relax, or having to navigate around someone else's disorganization, it may be time to reconsider your living situation. At this stage in life, a peaceful and well-organized home is more important than ever. You've worked hard for decades, and you deserve to live in an environment that supports your well-being, not one that adds unnecessary stress. Whether it's a quiet space to read, a clutter-free kitchen to prepare meals, or simply the ability to rest without disruptions, your home should be a place of comfort, not chaos. If you find yourself living with someone whose lifestyle is too hectic or disorganized for you to handle, it's important to set boundaries. You don't have to adapt to their way of living. You have the right to protect your peace. If necessary, consider making a change to ensure that your home is a place where you feel safe, comfortable, and truly at ease. Conclusion. As you get older, who you live with can have a huge impact on your happiness, health, and overall well-being. Whether it's a constantly negative person, an overly dependent family member, a controlling individual, or someone who brings chaos into your home, you deserve better. Your home should be a place of peace, respect, and comfort, not stress and frustration. So, if any of these situations sound familiar, don't ignore the signs. Set boundaries, prioritize your own well-being, and remember, you've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself. Before you go, let me know in the comments. If you agree with this video, type 9 below. If you disagree, type 0. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. And as always, take care of yourself and live well. See you in the next video.